Well, today is another snow day, so there's no point in me trying to make a video outside. It occurred to me that I have been catching up on a couple things. When I do a video, I try to focus on specific tasks, specific things that I want you guys to know about. And in this case, there are some things that have happened after the videos are made, things that I have not shown you guys. So this is going to be more of a catch up, more of an update of the things that I have gone on that I introduced to you guys, but never really showed you the follow up or what progress has been made. So here it is. So once again, for those of you who are new to the channel, I'm the Frugal Gardener, and this is Countdown to Spring. It's a limited series. We are 25 days away from the spring equinox, aka the first day of spring. So a few videos ago, I did a feature on the plants, the flowers that I was going to grow to help keep, well, to actually bring the bees, excuse me, the bees and the butterflies and birds into the garden, because I had a shortage of bees since I've been up here. And there was one pack of seeds that I have been waiting for, and that's this. This is the Russell lupine mix. This is the large container, the large envelope. I'm trying to see what the count is on this. I try to order the large ones when I can. This is the back of it, but you don't have to get the large one. You can get the smaller ones if you like. But the reason why I wanted to get this, and I'm also going to show you the update on these orange peels, but let's deal with this first. The reason why I was interested in this is because they're drought tolerant, they're perennials, which means that I don't have to plant them again next year. Anything that I can do to make my life easier, trust me, I'm going to take it. And they attract butterflies, bees, and hummingbirds. That's a trifecta for me. Those are the three things that I'm really interested in bringing into the garden this year. So I'll add this with the other 9 packs, and that completes what I'm going to be planting this spring that are non-edibles. This is something that I just threw together. This is basil, fresh basil I like to keep around. And over here, again, this is another follow-up. I'm going to have a bigger container for these. To give you an example, this here, these are the crushed eggshells that I did in the previous video. I had to transfer those into this container because the container that I was using was too small. And again, quick refresher, I explained to you guys that when you do this stuff now, we're still in February, March 1st is Sunday. Today is Monday at the time of this video recording. And in this bag is more of the same. I didn't take them all out. These are basically orange peels that people throw away. And I'm going to have to upgrade this, as I said, because I'm about to cut these up, dehydrate these, and add them to what I have here, which is going to give me more nutrients in the garden. Now, I'm breathing a sigh, and it's not a good one. I had another mishap. I shouldn't even call it a mishap. There was another windstorm that came through and basically destroyed my greenhouse. So I'm going to show you the video of the greenhouse and what happened while I was away. I was out for basically 5 hours. I knew the winds were high, but I thought that I had everything covered. At any rate, I'll show you the video from that. And then we're going to move on to what happened at the Home Depot. So we're going from bad news to really good news. to show you how you can save money at Home Depot. Well, today I'm at Home Depot, and as always, when I come to pick up a few things, I always make sure that I check the discount rack. This is the rack that I told you guys about earlier. There's usually a sign up here. This is 70% off. If you checked out my other video when I stopped at Lowe's, you'll see that this stack is fuller and has a lot more of stuff that I can use around the Homestead. So this is exactly what I'm looking for. And again, if you look, you'll see the purple lines or dots that will indicate that the prices have been discounted. So Lowe's is 50%, this is 70%. I'm gonna get a couple of these and I'll be out of here. Found 3 pieces that I like, but they're too long, so they're gonna cut them down to 6 feet for me for free. So one of the stops I made when I was out was at the Home Depot. That was during the high winds. And as I said, I try and make all my runs at once. I live in a rural area. I live out of the city. And instead of running back and forth, I make all my errands at one time. So I was gone for like 5 hours. And look at the difference. This is what I picked up. Each piece of wood that I purchased would have been $2.97. So that came to a total of $8.91. So, as I mentioned, with the discount, and I normally would have done this outside the store, but because it was so windy, I waited until I got home. But look at this. From $2.97, you see where they deducted $2.08. Again, $2.97, deducted $2.08. So 3 pieces of wood, they deducted it 3 times. Instead of paying almost $9, I basically paid $2.67. That was the total for all 3 pieces of those wood that I purchased. And I already showed you guys the video I did at Lowe's, which Lowe's only gives you 50%. So I got 70% off here, 50% off at Lowe's. And I'm going to show you in the next video. Well, I'm saying the next video, but it depends on the weather. It's crazy. It's supposed to be in the 40s tomorrow, and it's supposed to be in the 50s for the rest of the week. So the snow will be gone, and hopefully I can get on with these projects that I've been promising to show you guys. I have everything I need now, and this project is going to be useful to everybody who gardens. And basically, I'll be able to do the whole thing for $2.67. I'm anxious to show you guys what it is, so hopefully I'll get to it. Now, another thing that I want to catch you guys up on is the experiment that I said I was going to do with the water. Have this filtration system here, and just give you a quick shot of it as a refresher. At any rate, so I'm going to do, the plan was to do, well, I'll just show you. The plan was to grow something in each of these 3 pots. One using the filtration system, one using city water, and one using rainwater. So what I decided to grow is this basil here. And on top of that, this basil seeds are 5 years old. So I gave myself a double challenge. Well, you don't see anything growing for a reason. This has been, without a doubt, the most difficult winter that I've had to deal with since I've been up here. And you can see it snowed again last night. So for a couple of weeks, we were kind of snowed in, and my, the Frugal nephew, he's the guy that brings me the spigot water, because I'm not on city water, I'm not on municipal water, and he was not able to get up here. So I had to start over. If you look at the date, you'll see that, well, that date is from the original date. This, I'm going to have to put a new date on here because this is less than a week old. I started this about 4 days ago. So if you're wondering what happened to the experiment, I didn't forget it. I didn't ditch it. I had to start over, and I will keep you guys posted on exactly what's happening with that. So let's move on. So this is something I rarely show you guys anymore because we've covered it and covered it and covered it. This is my hydroponics garden, and the tomatoes. Yes, I'm getting tomatoes. I took a few off already. They aren't very big, but I am getting tomatoes from this plant. There's 1, 2, 3. There's a cluster of 4 right there. There's 1 over here, and 2 that I picked last week. So just wanted to give you a quick shot of my hydroponics tomatoes. But a few days ago, I went to Tractor Supply, and to my surprise, the fruit trees are out already. They've gone up a little bit, not much. They've gone up $2. So they are, there's a tag, oh, here it is. So they're 20 bucks now, which is not bad, still not bad. This is the Fuji apple. I was not prepared to buy fruit trees this early. I was going to wait until next month, and I still am, to get the bulk of them. I'm expecting to get another grapevine or 2. I'm going to get 2 more blueberry bushes, and I'm going to pick up another 2 or 3 more trees, fruit trees, because, well, because the prices are getting ridiculous in the supermarket. Well, they are ridiculous. And these are great because I used to buy my fruit trees when I was at the other property. I used to get them from either Walmart or Home Depot, and sometimes Kroger, which they were a year behind these. I have a fig tree, I have a peach tree, and I have a couple bushes and vines from last year, and I actually was able to get some blueberries off of the bush the first year, and towards the end of the summer, I was starting to get grapes. So this is the way to go for me, and like I said, I'm going to pick up a few more of these. Well, the first is Sunday, so next week when I'm out and about, I'm going to see what they have. They have about 4 or 5 different varieties of apple trees, and a bunch of other ones. I'm not plugging the company, but this is something that I've been looking forward to for a long time. So that's something else that I want to bring you guys up to speed on. So in spite of all the precautions I took and all the weight that I put around the perimeter, it didn't do any good. The first time I had this problem, the greenhouse ended up behind me over here. This time, for some reason, the wind came from this direction and pushed everything over here. What a mess. Everything now is, you can see, we're talking about 30 to 40 mile an hour gust. And that's what happens when you have these gusts, which is heavy enough. Anytime you can push these big containers over that are full of soil, that's a lot of wind. That's a powerful wind. These are full of soil. Look at this, you can see here, and it's just pushed it all the way over. I'm not sure if this is going to be salvageable. I'm not sure if I even want to use this again, because the one thing that I'm learning is I'm going to need something stronger, something bigger, something sturdier to to deal with these winds because the winds are just too strong up here. I am at an upper level. When I go out, I don't just go out for one thing. If I can help it, I try and plan my outings so that I can make 4 or 5 stops at a time. That way I don't have to keep going out. I went out yesterday just before 12. There was wind. It wasn't that bad. And I came back around, well, it was 5 o'clock. So between 12 and 5, there was nobody here. The winds picked up. The first time this happened was in the middle of the night, and this time during the day. So had I been here, I could have probably seen that this was about to take off on me and maybe have been able to do something to prevent it. But it is what it is. So at this point, I'm going to have to clean up this mess and see what I can salvage and hopefully put this up and get through the winter. And it's no shade on the company. It's just that this type of structure is not made for the weather that we have up here. So let me get started. Well, surprise, surprise, more snow. And another surprise, we managed to get the greenhouse back up. It's a sad shape. The frame has been compromised. It's badly damaged, the shell, in about 4 areas. So next year I'll be getting something a little more sturdy, a little bit more substantial. But right now, at least it's keeping everything inside dry. Inside is a mess, but I will get to it when the weather improves. It's supposed to be in the 40s tomorrow and the 50s by midweek. So that's it for now. I'm the Frugal Gardener. Remember, when you grow your own food, you'll always know where it comes from. Catch you guys on the flip side, hopefully when the weather's a lot nicer than today. Stay dry, stay warm, stay safe.